Okay, it is Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. We'll call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Any minutes and reports received and filed?
Yes, we have the collector's June 2023 fees and the treasurer's June 2023 reconciliation report.
Okay. Commissioner Committee Liaison Reports, upcoming meetings and events.
I got a lunch with leaders with the young professionals today. They do have a blood drive at the YMCA this afternoon if you're not doing anything. Transportation Committee meeting tomorrow morning. LAPC quarterly meeting Thursday morning. Chamber Connections Thursday afternoon. Leadership meeting Friday morning, and then we have a meeting Friday as well. And then BOE next week.
Who has a meeting Friday morning?
Oh, I'm sorry, groundbreaking.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, okay.
Commission in session, it says, so.
Okay.
I just show up where y'all tell me to be.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, 319 Adams.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, today at 11 a.m., we have a MAC, Missouri Association of Counties Zoom, if we want to, and I'm going to
I thought
log
they
in
canceled
to.
that.
No,
No.
actually, I just got an email that says it has not been canceled, but a cancellation was sent out to some
Okay.
members. So, but in red, it just says it's still on.
Maybe they
So
didn't want you
it's
to
just-
attend.
It's to give us
They keep
some
telling me
information
to-
on Senate Bill 190. You mentioned transportation. I have a Thursday meeting at JC REP, Regional Economic Partnership. You mentioned the groundbreaking. You mentioned BOE.
Okay. Yeah, tomorrow I've got my bank board meeting. And then we begin I'm on the committee to select the new city administrator. So I have that tomorrow and Thursday, so I'll be out most of the day. They canceled our Friday leadership forum, so I will be at the groundbreaking, and that is all I have.
So I had one more thing while we've got some EMS guys here. Thursday is EMS First Responders Day at Jefferson City Renegades.
I will forward that email.
$1 to get in, and go enjoy a game. They're fun to watch. So,
And they're really winning. It's nice to have a team in Missouri that's winning. Okay, we are going to deviate from our regular agenda because we have all of our EMS finest here, and they have received a national award from the American Red Cross
Heart Association.
Association, sorry. And so we want to present this to them and thank them for all they are doing.
do you want to say a little bit about it? So that way we get it right.
Well, I
No.
had a statement for Sam, but.
Yes.
So Mission Lifeline is a arm of the American Heart Association. Through clinical research, they develop clinical standards and treatment protocols and publish those on a 5-year rotation. And then every year, they ask EMS agencies to submit data about their compliance with those protocols. And based on your compliance with that, you're awarded or recognized for your performance. So this year, we were awarded the Silver Award, which means that we complied with 75% or greater than 75% compliance during every quarter of last year. So basically what it translates to is the folks who experience heart attack or stroke in Polk County receive the most optimal patient care. So
They're in good hands.
It's STEMIs,
Good
yeah,
hands.
and
Yes.
I haven't been on hospital board, I know all about
Yes.
STEMIs, so it makes a big difference.
These are truly
as to-
time-critical diagnosis, so our ability to comply and meet those clinical standards really mean that the patients have a better patient outcome. So,
Yes,
hats off to these guys, they do all the hard work, so.
okay.
All right. Come on up,
Yeah.
photo time.
This is the photogenic group, is that what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thank you all.
Yeah, they picked us because we were the least likely to.
Sharp guys in front.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
Okay, look here, uh-oh. Sam, you're covering somebody's head.
Uh-oh.
oh. That's why I was gonna stand, that's what I was
Wrong
gonna,
head.
that's why I was gonna stand behind and cover my.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys, appreciate y'all.
We can go to work, because if we have rain and hail and stuff, we'll probably have car wrecks.
So I'm getting some more agenda cancellations here. Now I'm scared to even take them from my calendar.
Is this a BOE?
Yes. That is a deal.
Are those really canceled, or is this just a test?
A test.
It's July 26th, from 9 to 3 they canceled.
Didn't need that day.
Did you need that day, as far as you know?
Which day?
I got four of them just got 26, 26,
Oh,
just
yeah,
have the
it's not anything
26th.
too legal.
28
I know
is
20
canceled,
I know
she said she had
24th and
everybody-
25th are our,
27.
No,
Mine,
I think they just want that whole week scheduled to see ahead of time, and then, but she said she had everybody scheduled like yesterday, so I'm sure she's just starting to eliminate if she doesn't need the days, so hopefully you still have a day on there.
yeah, I have, my schedule is really bad next week too, so.
26 is
We can do
canceled.
it on Monday and Tuesday.
26, 28, 27. I got
Okay.
cancellations for all
I'll
three
check
of
with
them.
her later.
Okay.
Have her reconfirm when you are supposed to be present.
Yeah, don't cancel them if you want me to be here. That calendar on the phone is,
Yeah. Okay, we'll keep moving ahead now. Do we have any commission comments? Bids and contracts. Renewal 2 of 2021-16 Collection Services EMS.
This is the second renewal for collection services for delinquent ambulance service accounts with LifeQuest services. They agreed to keep their percentages the same. Right now, their regular account contingencies fees are 13% and their legal accounts are 25%. Chief Hoy's been pleased with their services, and our recommendation is to renew it for another year.
yeah, okay, because we didn't have the attachment, so. You good with it? All right, I'll make a motion to renew with
LifeQuest services.
Services for the collection services with EMS.
Second. But let's discuss for just a second.
Okay, sure.
Just a quick question, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Your, the billing system for EMS automatically cranks out a bill after service is performed. And if it's paid, great. If it's not, they get another bill and maybe another bill. And then at some point, this organization is pulled in.
Correct. So I believe the process is the patient receives 2 bills, and with non-response, it is sent to the collections organization. It is always our goal to work with our folks. We understand that anytime somebody experiences a medical emergency, it's an unforeseen expense. So we do try and set up payment plans. There are other options in place with folks if they just contact the billing company. We work through all of that. Really, these are accounts where people just don't respond.
Got it. Okay. I'm ready for the vote.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, sir. Okay, bid award of 2023-16 replacement of annex building HVAC.
So we bid out the replacement of the HVAC system here in the annex building, and there were 3 vendors who submitted a response. The budget for this was $850,000, and the engineer's estimate was $750,000. Greg's recommendation is to go with Harold Butzer with the base bid and alternate 1 and 2 being $1,001,900. Their lead time for equipment and materials is 34 weeks, and their days to complete the project is 120 days.
Everything's gone up. We learned that with the bids to build the new EMS station, so what we have in our budget doesn't mean anything anymore.
You can take that if you want.
Greg, you wanna talk about the alternates a little bit? Springer, are you laughing at that?
No, sir.
Okay. I thought, what did I miss?
Alternate one is putting what I call a box cooler on it. It's more or less free cooling for like late fall, early spring, so we don't have to bring the chillers on and run up our energy bill, try to reduce some of our costs. Basically, it's just a big coil with a fan on it, and it's outside, blows cold air across it to cool down the cooling loop.
Was that gonna be one of them things that would help with the mezzanine area too that we were
No,
talking about earlier?
the
That's totally
mezzanine,
different.
mezzanine is option 3, or option 2.
Okay.
We had it in the original bid, but it was just a standard unit. I had, option 2 is to do a heat pump with gas backup, with also outside air, bring outside air in when we need it for early spring and late fall to keep the mezzanine cool or to warm it up, whichever way they need it to go.
Yeah, that's a difficult area up there. So on the alternate one, on the dry cooler, then basically the cost of that will,
I'm hoping it will repay itself
Pay.
within about
Okay.
3 years.
okay,
That way we don't have to run the chillers outside, and to run one of those is big bucks.
these were all 3 bid with the same specs, right?
So yeah,
Okay.
specs were all on page 3.1, they were all train units, Liebert unit for the box, and Honeywell for the automation for the.
Okay. I thought that's what you said too, just was making sure, so.
And that'll have a front end unit, that I can see it from anywhere. Since most of our buildings are got Honeywell automation in it now, to keep the same system, that way it's easier for my guys to learn one system instead of 4 different systems.
So when we get into this, how much stuff's gonna have to be moved and like for each office?
They're gonna give us a schedule of how they plan on doing it. That way, if we need to move someone out of the office for a day or 2, then we can at least give them notice.
Will they be able to work around the desks and stuff?
Before they start work, plan on having a pre-construction meeting in the areas where we're gonna start first. So whether we start down the stairs or we start upstairs, we'll have a pre-meeting with that, whoever's in that area.
We shouldn't have to empty any offices out like
No,
when we were
shouldn't
doing
have
the
to move
flooring
any
and
desk
painting
out.
and stuff.
We just have to move, maybe we have to move them over or something like that, so.
Okay.
But they'd probably be out of their office for at least a couple days in each office.
So we can always use Chelsea's desk. Right? Okay. Well, this building, well, we have the highest utility bills of,
This building is 23,000 square foot, and it's higher than the courthouse, which is 50,000 square.
which makes no sense.
I'm in favor of doing this, and I don't want to throw a wrench into the cog that's moving here. However, would it be prudent for us to use ARPA money to do this? We know we're going to spend it. We know we need to spend it. We know it's going to be spent. It's going to be encumbered before the end of '24 and spent before the end of '26. And we know we have to do this. So we've got different buckets of money to pay for things with. There's an ARPA bucket over here. It's sort of been committed. This is going to come out of another bucket. And I guess what I'm suggesting is we ought to consider, if we can, that ARPA money be used for this, and whatever we're taking away from ARPA, we just let sit over there as if it was still there. Are you with me? I don't want to not get our ARPA money lined out in time, and some of the things we're talking about might stretch out to past the end of '26. So, but
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
I don't want to, I want to bring it up now so that we've thought about this before we say yes to this, that we've got that pathway open to us. I don't want to cut that off by saying, let's do it.
We'll make sure.
So
Okay.
the money that we're gonna take it out of would kind of be what we had for the juvenile center at this point.
Let's use that as an example. Let's just say we grabbed a million and
We'd have to put it in the
pulled it
contract.
over here.
Sign the contract.
Now, that may make a little more effort come along with, all the ARPA rules, but
We'd have to put it in the contract because those federal guidelines were not in the RFP, but as long as they agree to it within the contract, then we can go that way.
Okay.
Right, Jill?
all right, that's,
it's a good thought. I like
I want to vote for it today, but with that preposition in there,
Okay.
potentially. Okay.
And once we do the quarterly reportings with the feds, we have to give these projects, so we have to be adjusting some of those projects.
All right.
And so once we start, we're gonna have to finish that project in that.
Right.
report.
But you've talked, I heard 300 and some days here, didn't I? Or
34 weeks the lead time, and then 120 days to complete once that stuff comes in.
Okay.
Well, and when will you guys make a decision on ARPA? Because usually I send like award letters out, and then I send the contract with it. So if I have to add language to the contract, I want to do that at the same time.
I think our next ARPA meeting with Forvis, we need to introduce this as an issue, which whenever, that's
So I'll
later
just
this
wait
week.
until I hear.
Yeah, next Wednesday, yeah, we can't this week, so.
Okay,
Okay.
next week, all right.
Okay, would you want to make
Wait,
a
can we do
motion?
To award it,
You're
yeah.
good with
And we
this?
can-
Yeah.
Okay,
We can too.
Where the money comes from is we can do
Yeah.
after the
All right.
fact if they agree with the ARPA
Yeah.
requirements.
I'll make a motion to accept the preferred bid from Butzer,
Yep.
Harold G. Butzer, for the HVAC for the annex building at a price of
$1,001,900.
for that amount.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Greg, while you're here, do you want to just do the approval of Ameren agreement on the health department building?
Sure.
I'm just,
6 or 7 years ago, when we moved the generator from the old health to the juvenile center, we had to raise the gas pressure up down there. We're gonna have to do that at the new health department for the generator. We had it fired up and running last Friday, but the gas pressure was dropping way too low and the unit was shutting down. We just need to raise it up. In front of you, in front of Sam is, I talked to all three of you guys already. We just need to raise the gas pressure up to 2 PSI to the building. And for
Excuse me.
one-time charge of $1,377.50. That's for them to come do it, and put the regulators. and
See it.
stuff in. That's what I showed you this morning.
yeah, I thought we were all up and running after we had Meyer Electric there, and then, so,
I thought we were gonna be good, but.
yeah, it's,
So it's not an agreement with them, it's just a,
Yeah, I showed Jill already. Yeah. It's just for them to raise the pressure up to the building.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah.
Well, there's an elevated delivery pressure request form, so,
and it sets up terms.
okay. Make a motion to approve the elevated delivery pressure request form terms.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now we'll go back to our agenda. Bid award and signing of agreement for
Thanks, Greg.
Northport Drive Stormwater Improvement 2021-201-1. I think we'll do them separate.
So we opened bids on Friday, July 14th, and Flowmaster Construction LLC Red Low. Their total bid was $1,021,955. Engineer's estimate was $1,132,762.50. This project involves stormwater improvements on Northport and Westport drives, pavement replacement on Northport and Willoughby drives, and a mill and overlay on Lucia Drive, Lucia Court, and Westport Court. And we recommend awarding the base bid and the alternate one. Alternate one was concrete panel replacement and stormwater improvements on Westport Court. The Flowmaster Public Works has not worked with those folks before, but I did make contacts with OA and National Guard and the City of Mexico, who they've worked with quite a bit, and they were highly recommended, so.
Yep, I'm good with it. I appreciate y'all having estimates that come in closer. Prepares us for
And
worse.
I didn't think about it, but I forgot to send you all the bid tabs on that, but I will do that as soon as I get back to the office, so.
All right, you good? I'll let you do this when it's on your side, isn't it?
I think this is on the west side. I'll make a motion to sign the contract with Flowmaster Construction LLC for the Northport Stormwater Improvements Westport Subdivision Pavement Replacement Project Number 2021-201-1 and 2022-504-1 for an amount of $1,021,955.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.
Okay, do we have any unfinished business?
One update. This morning at 8:05 a.m., I heard 8 bells chime. At 8:30, I heard 1 bell chime. 8:31. So it's one way of telling you that S&N clock has been back. Can't quite get the perfection of the bells, the hands on the clock. They're working on it. They're staying on top of it. And we can't hear it in here. I was hoping that by the time 9 o'clock hit, we'd be right on the button, but we're close. That's the update on the clock.
Well, and then for Friday, for the groundbreaking too, anyone and everyone's invited to attend. 10 a.m.
Yes.
down the hill, so especially the sheriff for donating the parking places.
I'll be there. He did not, let the record reflect, he did not donate that.
Yes, we paid.
Did we already pay him?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
we,
Me and
I was trying to
25 of
get
my
it-
guys will be there, don't you worry about it.
I was trying to get it donated. Okay, well, we already paid for it. Okay, so.
probably had made a profit on it too. Huh?
No. He paid, we paid.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's a done
Okay.
deal. Okay, I think that was it.
Any other unfinished business? New business, accounts payable review.
I'd ask for approval of accounts payable. There's still some P cards out there, so.
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable pending review.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, vacation of a portion of a utility easement.
You made it back up here.
Yes,
Was it bad?
there was no damage really.
Okay.
There was previous damage and that's
I was-
from where somebody
so-
backed into me with a spreader.
Somebody inquired whether you had to be drug tested or not.
I bet, right?
Inspiring money.
Good morning.
I didn't start that one, somebody else did.
So, Eric Strope and the Vetter Estate came forward to see about vacating this portion of a 30-foot general utility easement located along the lot line of Lot 16 at Hidden Valley subdivision. Eric Strope lives to the west of that. He has a contract on it, my understanding, to purchase it from the Vetter Estate, but he'd like to be able to utilize building over that property line, the existing property line, if he buys new. And if the utility is there, he can't do it. So they moved forward with petition, Eric being the adjoining landowner, Mr. Vetter being the current landowner, and then the landowner to the north being the other adjoining landowner. Since it's bordered to the south by the Osage River, we don't need one to the south. So we did the public notice, they did the proper petition, like we always do in these instances, as per state regulation or RSMO. And we sent out notice to the utility providers as well. The only one that really had any concern was Three Rivers, and when they looked at it, they said they have no problem with it whatsoever, didn't plan to use it anyway because they're all served. Mr. Strope is served from the other side to the west, and then anything that came into that subdivision, Hidden Valley, is not served through that utility easement in place. So Public Works would recommend that that utility easement be vacated.
Good?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the petition to vacate the portion of public general utility easement located upon Lot 16 of Hidden Valley subdivision.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
How many of these do you need signed?
Just one sign.
Okay, I got it here, I'll pass it your way and then. Okay, and we did the presentation of the Mission Life Award. Approval of the New World Enhancement Software for the Sheriff's Department.
So as we're going through, going live, we found out there's a couple forms electronically that we need in the system. The probable cause statement and warrant application, it's gonna be $5,800, one-time cost. We'll pay this out of contingency. I'd ask that you allow us to go ahead and move forward. Jill has already looked at that.
Yeah, I talked to us about it before.
Right.
Yes.
I'll offer a motion to sign the amendment with Tyler Technology for $5,800 for the Sheriff's Department.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Well, we breezed through this, it's not even 9:30. Do we have anything else to discuss before we go into closed session?
Melanie just said she talked to Chloe about the Board of E. It's on Monday and Tuesday only.
Okay,
It looks right on your calendars. Sure.
good.
The Ameren agreement on the health department building that's at the bottom.
That was that Greg Dino.
Okay, anything else? I would entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Pursuant to Section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri, the commission will go into closed session to discuss the following. Real estate under Section 610.021 subsection 2, legal action Section 610.021 subsection 1.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Sam,
Yes.
Harry,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
Just now.
Okay.
So just Monday and Tuesday are the only BOE done?
Oh, yeah, I'm also good with 2 days.
That's good.
I haven't started reading that. It's on the first section.
$200,000